This video is for educational and informational purposes only. All testimonies, quotes, and facts are taken directly from official sources. You'll find every article linked in the video description below. Viewer discretion is advised. Some of the content may be sensitive or disturbing. This is the continuation of the explosive federal trial of Sean Diddy Combs. In this week's courtroom testimony, the atmosphere grew tenser, the testimonies more disturbing, and the allegations against Diddy even more detailed. But before we dive into the new witnesses and shocking statements from this week, here's a quick reminder of what's happened so far. For anyone just tuning in, over the past few weeks, we've seen a parade of former employees, insiders, and law enforcement officers take the stand, describing what they say were years of manipulation, abuse, and control. Cassie Ventura, Diddy's longtime ex-girlfriend, has been central to this case. From alleged violent outbursts to disturbing surveillance tactics, the courtroom has become the stage for stories the public had only speculated about. Now let's dive into what happened this week. Week recap. Witness testimonies. Begin Capricorn Clark. Former assistant. He held all the power as it related to me. Her voice was calm, but her words were heavy. Clark's testimony painted a picture of complete emotional and psychological control. The courtroom was silent as she described a work dynamic that, according to her, blurred the lines between boss and oppressor. Christopher Ignacio, LAPD officer. I walked through the home with Mr. Miscudi and recorded the incident as trespassing. Yes, Mr. Miscudi refers to none other than Kid Cudi. The courtroom murmured as this detail emerged. An LAPD officer recalling a moment when the music world collided with real-world legal drama. Lance Jimenez, fire department arson investigator. Somebody had lit it, cut the roof, and dropped it in the front seat. In my opinion, it was targeted. Jimenez was referring to an incident involving a firebombed car. The forensic details stunned the audience. The judge leaned in as Jimenez described the calculated nature of the attack. Not a random act, but an intentional message. Judge Aaron Subramanian, mid-trial intervention. Questions regarding the destruction of the fingerprint cards and the answers are irrelevant to this case. The judge's interruption reminded everyone how delicate this trial is. Some evidence is too volatile, too misleading, or perhaps too dangerous to allow before a jury. Deontay Nash, Cassie's former stylist. He would call her names like bitch, slut, and hoe, bitch, being his favorite. He described one horrifying moment. After one incident, he said, "Look what y'all made me do." His voice cracked slightly. He wasn't just recalling facts, he was remembering trauma. Prosecutor Emily Johnson, framing the narrative. Mia will testify about the times that the defendant forced himself on her sexually, sneaking into her bed to penetrate her against her will. Johnson was matter-of-fact, but the allegations sent a visible chill through the courtroom. Gasps, head shakes, even a few jurors shifting in their seats. Defense attorney Tenny Garagos, fighting back. Mia allegedly had unbelievable love for Combs. What are the reasons she is saying what she might be saying now? Garagos leaned into the theme of consent versus regret, suggesting that some of the testimonies were emotionally complicated, not criminally clear. Throughout the week, the courtroom felt like it could snap at any second. There were no explosive outbursts, but the silence between testimonies felt heavier than words. The presence of media, security, and high-profile observers only added to the pressure. Every look, every sigh, every side whisper seemed loaded with meaning. This week didn't bring a resolution, but it certainly brought gravity. With each testimony, the picture becomes clearer and darker. Whatever the final verdict, one thing is undeniable. This trial is exposing a world far from the glitz and glamour we thought we knew. If you want to keep up with every courtroom twist, behind-the-scenes truth, and unseen angle in this unfolding trial, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. You're watching EchoTales, where real stories echo louder than headlines. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical.